Yes guys, manjitheman back again with another video. You already know what time it is. We're about to react. Before you do all that, don't forget to leave a like on this video and don't forget to leave a comment at the end of this video. Let me know what you thought of my reaction. So let's get into it. This lady says she doesn't do coffee dates or drink dates. That's her rule, right? I already know this. It's gonna be a long. It's just, why can't dating be simple? Like I already know it's just gonna be a headache, and
So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. Now, I understand that some women like this or prefer this because it's a quick turnaround, 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't like him, you can get out of there. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, for me, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking to this guy and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days and he started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be, you can be nice about it, but let's just say I prefer dinner because I like.
Do you know what? I like that. You know, she's promoting that. Look, if you're gonna reject a guy or if you're gonna provide an alternative for a guy, that's fair enough. Do you know what I mean? You can be nice about it, ladies. You know, you don't have to hurt his ego. You don't have to make him feel less than. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make you a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you make a guy feel bad or if you reject a guy in front of everyone and you tell your whole group chat about it to boost your own ego. So, do you know what? I respect that. I respect that. What I will say so far is that to the minority of women who watch men's lifestyle type content, this type of behavior to us as men comes across as difficult. To some men, it will come across as annoying. I'm just telling you the truth, right? That a lot of men won't tell you because it's like, if we're taking the time to be a good guy, be a gentleman, take you out somewhere, and then you start coming back, oh, actually no, I want to go here, or actually no, I prefer to go. It's just like, oh, this woman's difficult. This woman's already a headache, and we've barely even met. Do you see what I'm saying? I'll be surprised if this guy even still wants to take her out
to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try, all sorts of different budgets. Okay, it ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city, so he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise. So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So my...
You see? Fam, y'all just make life difficult on yourselves. Why? Why do you do this? It's a first date. For a first date, why are you expecting to be taken to, let's just say, Hakisan or Nobu or, like, you see what I'm saying? Why do you expect to be taken to the best or some of the best places in the city? Surely a first date is the same equivalent as an interview or as a first interview. You're trying to see whether you like this person. You're trying to see whether there's a spark there, connection there, to see them again, or from an interview perspective, to give them the job. It's as if these types of women, they already want the girlfriend treatment when they've barely even qualified for someone that these guys want to tolerate. Homegirl already wants the girlfriend package, fam. By the way, this is coming from someone that loves to go out on a nice date. Listen, I like going out to nice places. I like fine dining, you know what I'm saying? I like having an experience, a nice, fun activity that can be memorable for both of us. I like all that stuff. I'm also reasonable enough to understand that if it's really about dating, right? If you're really trying to date someone seriously, why is there such an emphasis on where they're taking you, where you're going? Shouldn't the emphasis be more on the type of connection that you're building, how that person is, their humor, you know what I'm saying, the stories that they're telling, whether they're looking at you in the eye, like whether there's a little bit of like sexual chemistry as well, like, stress.
I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you to see if you are worth an actual dinner. This is the...
Yes, that's the point. It's an audition, it's an interview. Yes. Why? What? Huh? Bro, where's the logic? That's the whole point of a first date. It's to see whether you want to go on a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, and maybe potentially, you see what I'm saying? Make that person your partner. You have to have an audition before you get the part. Bro, is this just making sense to me? Fam, like, why does she already want the part? She wants job benefits without getting an interview. This girl, man, I swear down.
The thing for me, like, I know men. The number one thing men are judging you off of is your looks, right? When they see you, they meet you, they're
It will never cease to amaze me how women have believed the lie that somehow us guys are the ones that care about makeup. For the most part, guys genuinely prefer a woman that is as natural as possible. If we're trying to wife you, we don't care too tough about the makeup. We really don't. We actually prefer you to look more natural, to look more like yourself. So then that's who we're seeing every day. You see what I'm saying? It's y'all that are putting this on yourselves. And listen, don't get me wrong, we like a woman that looks nice, takes care of herself. We're not saying come to a first date dressed like a slob. Wear a nice outfit, wear something that makes you feel great, that that you feel confident in as well. But when it comes to all the makeup and stuff, listen, we really don't care that much. I don't know where women believe this lie, to be honest.
gonna be like, okay, how beautiful is she? Is she put together? Do I find her attractive, right? That's the number one thing. Your personality may come second, sure, but the first thing is how you look, right? So with that in mind, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer costs $32, okay? Why would I put on a full face of expensive makeup, do my hair, make sure my nails are done, make sure there's no hair on my body, and then come and spend 2 hours of my time talking to you for an $8 coffee or a $16 cocktail? Be oh so for real. Let's take it even deeper. When women go out with a man that they do not know, they take a huge risk.
Here's my thing, right? Where's the logic in these calculations that she's doing? Because if we want to start calculating stuff, yeah, why did I go to the gym consistently throughout the year, put fuel in my car, put money aside from my job, take care of my hair as well, get a fresh trim? That's already nearly 5 things. Why did I, you know what I'm saying, take care of myself as well? Maybe get some nice outfits, nothing too crazy. So is that what we're doing? We're just gonna start calculating each other's stuff and then be like, oh, you need to be grateful that I'm even here. It just doesn't sound to me like she actually wants to date for the sake of getting to know someone. It sounds like she wants to date just to have an experience and say she got taken out here and sit and tell her girlfriends that she got basically free drinks and free this and free that and free everything. You know what I'm saying? Just a flex. It doesn't seem like she's actually trying to get to know someone.
They take a huge risk. Men are crazy, okay? Do you watch the news? Like 1 in 5 men are violent. He could unalive you, he could RAPE you, he could stalk you, he could harass you if he feels like it. Like, it is very dangerous, extremely dangerous. When you go out with a man, you have to share your location with your mom and your friend. You have to send a screen recording of his Hinge profile and the conversation that you guys had so that if you go missing, they have context. You have to text your friend every half an hour while you're with him to let her know that you haven't been beheaded. You have to take an Uber so that he doesn't know what kind of car you have, just in case he's crazy. And then when you get home, you have to text somebody to tell them that you made it home alive. Men aren't doing that. They don't have to worry when they meet a woman that they do not know that their lives will be in danger. Quite the contrary, men benefit from just being seen with you in public, okay? If you are beautiful, poised, well-dressed, it reflects well.
Okay, first of all, by the way, I am 1000% empathetic to the fact that men and women's dating realities are completely different. 100% women have a lot more to worry about when it comes to dating. That's completely fair. But isn't that all the more reason to accept a coffee or a drink date during the day when it is, by your own words, quote unquote, safer? Fam, you can have a quarter of a brain to understand that at night, generally speaking, it is unsafer to be out at night as a human being, let alone as a woman. Of course, as a woman, it's even worse. Make it make sense. You want to be taken to the bougiest restaurant in the city at night, yeah, most likely, because who's going to a restaurant during the day? So you want to be doing all that and put yourself in an unsafe situation when you could have just accepted a coffee date. Women will always complain about, okay, it's unsafe for us at night, Accept the coffee date and the drink date during the day, or an activity date then. Like, if being safe is that important to you, I appreciate it. You want to go out, you want to feel safe at nighttime as well. I get that. And unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. I wish it was. I really do. But that's not the world we live in. So if you're the one complaining about feeling unsafe with a person that you barely know, why don't you go someplace during the day where it's more populated? Then something is less likely to happen.
Reflects well on him. People look at him and they think, oh wow, he must be the man. Ooh, he probably has money. you know what, he's probably a good guy if he can pull her. And this is especially so if you are more attractive than him. If he's fugly or he's overweight or he's short, they're like, oh yeah, he must have money in order to be able to pull a baddie like that. So my thing is like, what's in it for women? We've already spent more money than you by just putting our makeup on.
Women benefit from having a guy on their arm as well. Like, we both benefit. Ladies, let's not act like y'all don't go back to your girlfriends in the group chat and say, oh yeah,
he's so tall, he's so this, he's so that.
There's that scene where they're at a function and the girlfriends are asking their girl like, oh, what does your man do? And then she starts bragging about him. Yeah, he's an athlete, he's this, he's a rapper.
We're in danger. Like, what's in it for us? So then all of that, plus this man is a pharmacist. Okay, you mean to tell me you make upwards of $150,000 per year, but you can't take me to $120 to maybe $200 dinner, 2 drinks, an appetizer, 2 entrees, and a dessert? Like, and that kind of thing. Look, men are supposed to be on their like best behavior when they're doing a first interaction with a woman. Like, that is when they are at their absolute best. So if he's being cheap now for a first interaction, he's gonna be cheap on your birthday, he's gonna be cheap on Christmas, like that kind of thing. That only gets worse, it never gets better. That is the type of man that's going to want you to work full time, pay half the rent when you guys move in together, do the majority of the housework because he doesn't want to hire a housekeeper, raise the kids, plan most of the things, and then after you do your 16-hour shift of labor, he's going to want you to be happy and sexy for him, for his pleasure that night. Like, that's the kind of life you're looking at. So you know what? Good for this man.
I don't like how she's trying to discourage other women. I don't like that. For the women out there that are living a soft life and enjoying everything with their boo, with their man, please enjoy your life. Do not listen to advice like this, please, because you end up single and lonely. I'm telling you, it'll be long for you. Allow it.
For asserting his boundary, he did it very nicely, and it showed me what his like attitude or approach is when it comes to dating new women, and ultimately it gave me the opportunities to choose, and I have my boundaries too, so I chose to not accept it. And so I didn't.
People need to stop using this word boundary. Bro, this isn't a boundary. This is a standard, right? It's a high standard, unreasonable standard, most might say, for yourself. It's not a boundary. When you have an argument with your partner and they raise their voice, that's a boundary. You don't like them doing. Does that make sense? This isn't a boundary. Like, people need to stop using certain words that they hear on the internet and just slapping it in a video.
I didn't respond or anything. I didn't like bargain with him or try to justify anything. I just quietly unmatched him because I wasn't gonna let him play in my face. But like, obviously if you're on TikTok, like, this is not irregular discourse. Like, this is very popular. Like, the Red Pill podcast men are always talking about like all of these things. So like, it's not uncommon. Like, men are trying to get away with this these days. They're trying to see what they can do. They're trying to get at you for less than $20. Okay, so the pharmacist tried to give me a coffee date on a Friday. Saturday, a surgeon took me to a beautiful dinner with a view. The next day after that, this other man took me to this food event where the tickets were $250 because he wanted us to have VIP. So don't feel scarce about it, because there are plenty of men, there are a plethora of men that would be more than happy to show you a good time. So never settle. Date.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's not even about getting to know them. All her main points are about what she can get out of this experience. That's literally it. She's not talking about the surgeon's character. She's not talking about the pharmacist's humor or his stories. She's not talking about who's the other guy. She's not talking about the other guy or how caring he is or whatever, or how much of a gentleman he was. She's just talking about the food and the view. Bro, she might as well just go out with her girlfriends. Like, my thing is, right, don't say you want to date, but then basically just have free handouts. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is the part where, all the ladies might say, oh yeah, she can provide for herself. Okay, if she can provide for herself, that's great. Then just go out by yourself then, or go out with your girlfriend. Don't say you want to date, but like, for real, but then make it about the dinners and the view and the cocktails and shit. Like,
so you find the best man for the job, and you got this. That's my TED Talk for the day. You didn't ask, but I felt like you would listen. Send this to one of your friends who needs to raise their standards, and tell me what you feel like in the comments.
I'm empathetic to the fact that maybe she's had some bad experiences. Maybe she hasn't been treated correctly, and maybe that's the reason why it's caused her to have such unreasonable standards. I don't know what she's gone through, but ladies, I'm just gonna be honest, this type of behavior, like her demeanor as well, it's just, bro, it's mad unattractive, it's mad difficult, and the only reason she can get away with it is because, let's be real, she's good looking. She is. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, there are guys who will lead with their pockets with her because they think that money is the way to her heart, which currently in her life it probably is, but I think as she gets older she will be less stringent with her standards and she'll just want someone to have a nice conversation with. Generally, as women get older, they tend to not want the whole fun and lifestyle, and they just want to be with someone that listens to them, you know, and someone that they can connect with and, you know, actually build a life long term. So bro, she got one thing right, and that is that men do value looks, like 100%. We do. You know what I'm saying? We like a girl that looks nice. But there's a difference between looking nice and doing all this makeup and everything that you don't need to be doing, frankly. I know girls, right, who in the face, they might not be conventionally or from a societal perspective, they might not be like 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, but they take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? They go gym, they eat well, they have stories to tell, you know, they're funny, you know, they're flirty. And listen, they might be like a 6, 7 out of 10 in the face, but they're more pleasant to be around. And as you're around them more, you actually get attracted to them more as well. No one really actually talks about that. Everyone just wants a finished product, innit? But anyway, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments and let me know any other videos that you want me to react to. As always, this has been Manji the Man, and always remember, believe more. Peace.